This is E-Weekly, Eastern Michigan's campus news. On today's show, hear about the new train stop coming to Depot Town, the new bar opening up downtown, and Devin Murray reports on why EMU athletics are more than a sport. Get ready for your weekend with Shannon Smith's Eastern Encounters. This is E-Weekly.
We've officially made it to spring. Not that it feels like it. Welcome back to E-Weekly. We've got a great show for you today. I'm Jillian Seach.
And I'm Dave Anderson. We've got only one more month left in the semester. We're on our way, Eagles. In the meantime, here's your news.
To color run or to color run away? The Color Run is a universally loved and positive event. Participants jog through Ypsilanti's historic neighborhoods as color packets explode all around them, leaving the runners and our city a painted swirl of bright colors at the end. The Color Run bills itself as the happiest 5K on the planet, but some local residents are sucking the color from the kaleidoscope. Ypsi resident Ray Dawson has organized a petition to keep the event from taking place in Ypsilanti on June 25th. While Dawson understands the Color Run provides an economic boost to many businesses in the area, she contends its problems outweigh the benefits. She feels there would be fewer headaches and disruptions to Ypsi folks if the event were moved. Dawson also expressed suspicions of the color dye's impact on the environment and her health, but they are unsubstantiated. While her petition has received 103 signatures, Dawson says she has been verbally attacked and harassed online since inception. Perhaps Dawson shouldn't have included the demand to stay off her lawn, too.
Get ready to board because a train stop is coming to Ypsilanti. The city of Ypsilanti approved the $2 million budget to start building the new train stop connecting Ypsi to Amtrak's Wolverine line, which runs from Chicago to Pontiac with stops in Ann Arbor, Dearborn, Detroit, Birmingham, and Royal Oak. It is speculated that the platform will be located across from the Ypsilanti Freight House and will not include an enclosed building. However exciting the news may sound, we won't see a train in town until December 2017. As Beth Ernett says, it's more complicated than people would imagine. It's not like pouring a patio in your backyard. The plan to have construction begin has to be approved by the Michigan Department of Transportation and is a process which could take up to 9 to 12 months. The plans also call for upgrades to multiple parking lots in the nearby area. If the plans were to be approved by the city of Ypsilanti, we'll be looking into an increase in economical development of the area. However, getting them to add a platform 9 3/4 will pose more of a challenge.
The Academic and Student Affairs Committee passed a resolution to place crosswalk signs and paint pedestrian crosswalks on campus. It will be brought before the Senate this week. The resolution, authored by Senator Safuk Al-Jabra and supported by Judicial Sergeant John McAllister, notes there is a present danger to the thousands of people of EMU's campus and calls the university to action. The resolution claims there is a higher potential for accidents to happen due to the lack of traffic signs and paint on campus. One example given within the resolution demonstrated the safety concerns due to an accident in February in which a student was hit by a car while walking across Oakwood Street. It's the responsibility of the drivers and pedestrians to obey traffic signals and laws. Although a pedestrian may have the right-of-way, they need to remain alert and watchful of oncoming traffic. The pedestrian may be right, but they are also no challenge to a vehicle. The best tip? Get your eyes off your phone and look up.
An EMU student is dead after being struck and killed by an Amtrak train last week. Just before midnight on Thursday, officers arrived to find an Amtrak train stopped on the railroad tracks just west of LaForge and the body of a 20-year-old female nearby. According to the Ypsilanti Police Department, the EMU Department of Public Safety was looking for the unidentified student after receiving a call to check on her well-being, which references possible suicidal tendencies. The victim was a young woman from Brownston, Michigan, and resided in Sill Hall. Her name has not been released. The identity of the student will not be made public until the investigation is complete. EMU's Counseling and Psychological Services will be offering grief counseling in response to this loss in Snow Health Center. They can be contacted at 734-487-1118. The National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have more, including Al Woolman's spring edition of Eagle Sports Update. Shannon Smith will be filling in for Dominique Bird's Dish with Dom, and an encore presentation of Devin Murray's More Than a Sport interview with Trent Perry. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hey Ben, I saw that you had an eventful weekend.
What do you mean?
Duh. Ben, those party photos you posted online a couple days ago where you were living it up. You know, the ones where you were YOLOing all over the place. Here, let me show you.
All right, I got it. YOLO, you only live once. It's my excuse to act crazy. I deleted those pictures though.
Yeah, about that. I screen grabbed some of those pictures and sent them to Benji. It was golden. You have to remember, Ben, what goes online stays online. And once it's out there forever.
Well, it's out there now.
Most of the time, after something gets posted to social media, it will be duplicated many times from server backups, living in the cloud forever, even after you remove it. A good rule of thumb is if you think what you're about to post could be harmful to you or someone else, just don't post it.
Yeah, last thing I want is for my family, or even worse, my employer or my friends to see me YOLOing all over social media.
Yeah, that applies to more than just pictures, you know. It can apply to all types of content posted online, including text and videos.
Oh man.
You should also be cautious about the amount of personal information you have available online for people to see, such as your full name, birth date, address, phone number, mother's maiden name, etc. Yeah, I'd hate for someone to see you're going to be at a party Saturday night, go to your profile, get your home address, and break into your house while you're out partying. Or use your birth date and your mother's maiden name to answer a security question in an attempt to reset your online password and hack your account.
I definitely wouldn't want that to happen.
Me neither. But being selective about the information you have accessible for people to see is very important. Check your privacy settings on your social media sites to make sure they only have information you want people to see. Yeah, I like to copy my profile URL, log out of the website, and paste it back into my web browser. Then I look over my profile to get an idea of what information of mine is open to the public.
That is a great idea.
It sure is. So what else are you going to do, Ben?
I'm gonna stop and consider any consequences before I post any type of content to my social media websites.
So I typically would describe Meals on Wheels in 3 words: support. What I mean by support is having somebody there every day you can count on, who's going to be there with a smile and a hot meal for you.
First, I would say that I would be with them if I could, delivering for the people.
Observant?
That's a tough one. I would say, well, more than a meal. I guess that's 4, but close enough.
It's helpful. I mean, just the fact that somebody's doing something for you should make you feel better.
Abundance.
Fulfilling is probably the main top one.
They're good.
I think that we are a compassionate organization.
I think it's great. I give it thumbs up.
It keeps us independent.
Yes.
It's the easiest, most fulfilling job I've ever had.
It keeps us independent so we don't have to depend on anybody.
Independence.
Caring and steady and present, like we're present for these people, you know, every day.
Joyful, brings a lot of peace and a lot of happiness to you at the end of the day.
Sharing.
Caring, responsible.
I think vital to the community.
3 words? I think it's great, actually. Not trying to steal from Tony the Tiger, but yeah, it's great.
It teaches you portion control.
Loving the community that they work in, trying to make the community better.
Helpfulness.
Actually, it's fun. Believe it or not, it's really fun and fulfilling to be doing this type of thing.
Patience.
It pulls at your heartstrings, it does. And it doesn't matter whether you're out en route delivering meals or you're in the office on the phone.
Reliable.
Hope. So people feel like they have hope, that they can stay in their home for as long as possible. I think all of us want to be where we're feeling most comfortable.
Hidden, because we don't advertise. You know about the program, yet you don't think about the program. I think we're out there helping people more than a lot of people even know, so I think it's a very helpful program. I think it's a much needed program that there's a lot of people in our community who just really could use a program like Meals on Wheels that maybe don't even realize that it's there for them.
Student Rajia Brides-Fordham joined the Raise It Up Foundation 2 years ago in order to spread awareness on the Flint water crisis. Rajia was lucky to not receive the city's water in her home faucets, but her grandparents, however, have been affected by the city's water and now have to collect water bottles every day in order to function with their daily activities. Seeing family and friends affected, Brides-Fordham joined Destiny Shannon and began working on a spoken word poem. They performed at the Justice for Flint fundraiser and helped raise over $100,000 to help pay for the replacement of the lead water pipes. Brides-Fordham would like to see the media come up with the solutions to Flint's crisis. Water bottle donations are great, but it's a temporary fix, Bridges-Fordham said. The pipes need to be replaced and the water source needs to be changed. These people need to be paid back what is rightfully theirs, and that's security.
On Saturday, April 2nd, EMU will host its annual First Swim, First Paddle, and First Dive Clinic. The event will take place from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in EMU's Jones Natatorium. The clinic is coordinated by EMU's Orthotics and Prosthetics students and is sponsored by the University of Michigan Orthotics and Prosthetics Center and the Orthotic and Prosthetic Activities Foundation. The clinic is geared toward those with amputations, cerebral palsy, stroke survivors, those who use a wheelchair, and others with physical challenges to enjoy specially adapted recreational activities. The clinic is designed to not only show participants what they can do, but what their possibilities are, regardless of their physical challenges. Certified swim, diving, and kayaking instructors will teach the clinic and be on hand to help. To register for the event or for more information, visit EMU's Orthotics and Prosthetics homepage.
A bar, restaurant, and professional creative workspace has been planned for a vacant downtown Ypsilanti building located at 209 Pearl Street. Ypsilanti blogger Mark Maynard and Worst Bar co-owner Jesse Kranick are investing approximately $550,000 to renovate the 6,500 square foot historic building. Maynard and Kranick's business, called Landline Creative Labs, will offer 3,200 square feet of individual offices. The 11 offices will range from 125 square feet to 250 square feet, and rents will run between $150 and $300 per month. Plans also call for an apartment in which Kranick will live and 2 retail spaces on the first floor. The remaining 2,300 square feet will be used for the new restaurant and bar. Maynard described the bar restaurant as an extension of Landline that will serve as a cool and low-key place where tenants can meet clients. The pair are hoping to have the bar and restaurant ready in around 18 months.
Ford Motor Company, Google, and Quicken Loans were among the choices Eastern Michigan University's College of Business students named for the best businesses in Michigan. The annual Business of the Year Award luncheon last week featured an Academy Award-style format, with students announcing each category with its 3 finalists and opening an envelope to announce the winner. Students evaluated numerous businesses and selected 27 finalists across 9 categories for the event, which was added by about 300 at the EMU Student Center. The ceremony was hosted by the College of Business's Dean's Board of Student Advisors and was made possible by sponsors such as Ford Motor Company, Russell Video, and Reman. Among the 9 categories were the best businesses in accounting, human resources, marketing, and startup business. The award for Best Alumni-Owned Business went to Bear Claw Coffee. The Dean of EMU's College of Business, Michael Tidwell, says that selecting the finalist winners helps students develop important analytical skills. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees. Up next, we have newcomer Shannon Smith. Dominique Bird couldn't be with us this week. Shannon is filling in to serve up this week's Dish with Damo. Welcome, Shannon.
Thanks, Dave, and hello, everyone. We're continuing with notable women in history to honor March as National Women's History Month. We can't let March go by without talking about a very famous figure from this area's history, Rosie the Riveter. Many remember the iconic image of Rosie, but don't know the story behind the campaign. As World War II heated up, the Willow Run bomber plant employed 100,000 workers. But as the men went off to war, American women entered the workforce. Between 1940 and 1945, the female percentage of the U.S. workforce increased from 27% to 37%. A Kentucky-born woman named Rose Will Monroe relocated to Michigan to work in the Willow Run aircraft factory and was depicted in a widely recognized poster campaign aimed at recruiting female workers for the munitions industry. While Miss Rose was the star of Rosie the Riveter, the highly successful government propaganda campaign was not really about one woman, but about the millions of women that left their homes to work in the industrial labor force, including those here in the Ypsilanti area. Rose Will Monroe was chosen to represent this amazing movement of women, and while at the Willow Run Aircraft Factory, she helped to manufacture the important B-24 and B-29 bomber airplanes. Rosie posed in a promotional video for War Bonds, and her poster became the iconic image we know today. Rosie the Riveter is bigger than just one woman. She is a symbol of the war, time, and sacrifice of millions. The famous Rosie the Riveter poster was created in 1942 to boost morale, and later the image "We Can Do It" statement was adopted by the feminist movement of the 1980s as a modern symbol of female empowerment. From wartime propaganda to feminist symbol, Rosie is a riveting icon of American history. I'm Shannon Smith. Thanks for joining me with Dish with Dom. Dominique Bird should be back next week.
Thanks for the dish, Shannon. When we come back, we will have Al Woman with the sprint edition of Eagle Sports Update. But first, we want to share Devin Murray's interview with EMU basketball's Trent Perry and his connection with the viral hashtag More Than a Sport that originated here at Eastern. Have a look at why, for Trent Perry, basketball is more than a sport.
Hey guys, I'm Devin Murray, and today I will be going behind the scenes with the men's basketball team to show you why basketball is more than a sport. Today I bring to you EMU basketball player Trenton Perry, one of the select few who defied the odds. There are nearly 8 million students participating in high school athletics, but only 460,000 of them will compete at NCAA schools. When it comes to the game of basketball, only 3.4% of high school athletes will play at the collegiate level. It takes hard work, dedication, and discipline to play at this level, and not everyone has these qualities. Trenton Perry joined the Eagles as a walk-on and is now a redshirt sophomore with a scholarship. His hard work both on and off the court has earned him the privilege of becoming team captain. Perry's love for basketball began when he was just a toddler, running around in diapers and dunking basketballs into Little Tykes hoops. He started to play on an organized, competitive basketball team when he was in 2nd grade. Trenton is originally from Franklin, Tennessee, so picking up his bags and coming to Michigan was not an easy decision. After meeting the coaching staff and touring the facilities, he knew Eastern would be the best fit for him to grow as a person and player. Being a Division I athlete is a balancing act. Perry spends about 4 to 5 hours a day doing basketball-related activities, whether that's practice, getting extra shots up, or watching film. On top of the hours spent in the gym, he spends another 3 to 4 hours working on schoolwork to maintain his 3.2 GPA. In his precious free time, Trenton likes to play video games, such as Super Smash Bros., Call of Duty, and NBA 2K16. He is also a huge movie buff, watching movies every other day, if not every day. Perry doesn't plan on shooting his final hoop anytime soon. Playing overseas or in the NBA is what motivates him to get better every single day. Eventually, he aspires to be a coach so he can continue and spread his love of the game. All right, Trent, so first of all, talk to me about all the time and work that led up to you becoming a Division I athlete.
A lot of hours in the gym. A lot of credit to that goes to my trainers in Tennessee. I met this guy named Spencer Richardson, who is the CEO of this thing called All Around Game. He brings together a lot of the best Middle Tennessee athletes and trains them up. Names like Brandon Wright, who's in the NBA now, and Asa Duval, who goes to Lipscomb University. He coaches up all these kids, and I was blessed to meet him my 8th grade year. And I really didn't have an identity until I met him. So you got to give credit where credit's due. Yeah. Until I met him, I didn't really have a game. So he gave me a game, and working with him hour after hour, and my dad kind of pushing me, to get up and get in the gym and everything. It takes a lot of hard work. So, blessed to have met them and to get them to help me get.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Talk to me about the type of community service you guys do.
Oh, we do a lot. We have this. Our coach Rob Murphy actually has his own Rob Murphy Foundation, and it's really geared towards Bagley Elementary, where he used to go there as a student, and he used to teach there. And we've gone to Bagley on several occasions just to talk to the kids, read to the kids, play with them. Board games, play basketball with them, show them the kind of drills we do and everything. And so that's really fun to do. That's out in Detroit, so we make our trips out to there. And sign posters for them and everything, and they're really excited to see us, when we go in there. So that makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
And then we've gone to the Boys and Girls Club several times. This Christmas break we went there, and they had a little like Christmas show type thing where these I think it was about 5 girls in Santa hats. They did the Mariah Carey All Over Christmas Is You. They performed that, so that was really cool. And we're just playing board games with them, foosball and everything. And it's just a really good time to give back. And me as a student athlete, I think that's very important to do because we know that kids look up to us, as role models. So that's really important to give back. And whenever we have a chance to do it, we love to do it.
What does more than a sport mean to you?
A lot of people look at student athletes like we're just basketball players, we're just soccer players, we're just volleyball players. And to me, I even tweeted this on our social media blast day. It's given me a sense of responsibility, discipline, and through the qualities I've learned through basketball, I feel very confident in myself that moving forward after college, I'll be successful in life because of how basketball has shaped me as a man and what it's taught me. So I'm very thankful for basketball. I'm very blessed to be a basketball player, and to me, it's definitely more than a sport.
Well, thank you, Trenton.
Thank you very much. More than a sport.
Welcome to this week's Sprint edition of the Eagles Sports Update. I'm your host, Al Willman, and here are this week's top sports stories. We'll start with the gymnastics team, which for the second time in program history won the Mid-American Conference Championship over the weekend. With a final score of 196.425, the Eagles didn't just win the title, they did so in commanding fashion. Ball State, the host school and second place finisher, earned a 195.650. Eastern scores also its second best in school history, dating back to January's Week of Records, in which EMU broke a record 3 times in almost a week. The Eagles set the pace in floor exercises and on beam. They broke a school record by scoring a 49.325 behind a 9.9 from Natalie Gervais and 9.875s from Katie Conrad, Lacey Rubin, and Kendall Valentin. For Conrad and Valentin, those are career records. The Eagles turned in a 48.825 on bars with a 9.9 from Valentin, a 9.8 from Conrad, and 9.75s from Gervais and Rubin. The Eagles also cleaned up in the awards categories as well. Rachel Slocum was named MAC Specialist of the Year, while Conrad, Gervais, Slocum, and Valentin all earned a spot on the all-tournament team. The team, which is ranked 24th in the country, is off until April 2nd when it participates in the NCAA Regionals. The trip will be short for the Eagles, heading right down Washtenaw to the Chrysler Center in Ann Arbor. The meet is set to start at 6 p.m. 4 EMU wrestlers competed in the NCAA Championships over the weekend at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Only one, Nicholas Barber, made it to the second day of the 3-day tournament before being pinned at 6:03 by Patricio Lugo of Edinburgh University at 149 pounds. Dakota Juarez, Anthony Abro, and Gage Hutchinson were all eliminated on day 1. That ends the season for the Eagles, who are set to lose only Abro to graduation from what is clearly a talented core of grapplers. For more of this week's stories, be sure to check out the Eagles Sports Update. Thanks for watching. Shannon Smith is coming right back with the happenings around campus this weekend with this week's Eastern Encounters. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Shanna Gilkison, and ETV has been a very important part of my life, especially for the last 4 years.
I got my start at ETV in my 3rd semester at Eastern from fellow students, and it's been a great experience.
Working with all these new people that I didn't know before, it's very awesome just seeing how willing people are to get together and create something from scratch.
I'm Shanna Gilkison for Eastern Weekly, and this is E-Walking.
I will also be hosting and producing a sort of like a late night style talk show.
everyone that's here wants to be here. They care to be here. They want to work. They want to learn. And with that kind of environment, everybody benefits.
I tell you, I've been doing really well, very successful here at Eastern, but it wasn't until I really became part of the ETV club that I really felt like I was getting more of what I needed as a student.
We decided that we wanted to do things above and beyond our coursework. So I was part of founding the ETV Student Org.
It just so happened that Shanna was in one of my classes, and she told me to come, and I showed up, and it was very warm welcome. Like, everybody was very nice to me right away. And they actually had an idea to make a sitcom, or actually they called it a soap opera at that time. And they said they had, they weren't sure exactly what they wanted, but they wanted one thing. They knew that they wanted this guy, his name is Ramon, to be their main character. I mean, that was kind of how the show Week at a Glance kind of took off.
Beyond Eastern's walls, when I'm done here, I'll probably be working with some people from ETV, again, professionally. And I think a lot of students don't take advantage of what they should with organizations on campus, and ETV is one of the best.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Hey Eagles, well, we finally hit spring and we're putting the semester on high gear. Only one more month left, guys. Hold steady and I'll let you know what's going on here on campus this weekend. Here are your Eastern encounters. The tennis team has their home season opener at the Wasik Tennis Complex over by the Bubble. They take on Akron at 1 p.m. And the EMU baseball team is back. They play at Ostrike Stadium all 3 days of the weekend, battling nearby nemesis Bowling Green. Their home opening day is on Friday and first pitch is at 6 p.m. The Friday night movie has a bye this week, but will return next week with Will Smith in Concussion. On Saturday, make your way back to Ostrike Stadium and take in another Eagles ball game. Game time is 3 p.m. The tennis team is back in action on Easter Sunday at the Wasik Tennis Complex. This time they will backhand Buffalo at 1 p.m. The first pitch of the Sunday Eagles baseball game in the triple game series against Bowling Green is at 1 p.m. Get over there and heckle BGSU and cheer on our Eagles. The track and softball teams are elsewhere this weekend, but you can keep an eye on their stats from here. And don't forget, men's swim team is at the NCAA National Championships in Atlanta on Friday and Saturday. We'll be cheering them on from Ypsi. That's about it for Eastern Encounters. Things are a little quiet on campus this weekend. Those skittish bunnies need a little serenity after pumping out all of those chocolate eggs. I'm Shannon Smith. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Shannon. You know, I really never understood the correlation between bunnies and eggs. I must have missed that day in biology class. But hey, we get chocolate out of it, so I'm not complaining. Happy Easter, guys. We'll see you next week here at E-Weekly.
Enjoy your Easter weekend, Eagles. If you want to see the show on demand, head over to YouTube and search ETV at EMU. Thanks for watching.